How's it going, Hanahan? I'm Daniela DeRobia with this week's edition of Hawk's Eye View. Today is Friday, February 7th, 2014. Last week, Ice Storm Leon took over South Carolina. Our media tech classes documented the three-day event.
Good morning. This is Juan Jose Pinet.
It's not snowing.
It's 8:47 in the morning. I have woken up.
Red.
Snowstorm down in Charleston.
It's snowing in South Carolina. Wow.
Snowstorm and ice storm in South Carolina. Ice. Cars are going to be covered in ice. Won't be able to open the doors. About 10 o'clock, on a snow day. I said, bye.
Our flag will be frozen due to the cold weather, but as you can see, it's waving just fine.
No word yet on what day students will have to make up, but we'll keep you posted. Moving along, Hanahan took a trip through the Looking Glass January 23rd through the 25th.
That's just like as good as it's gonna get. I mean, people.
The Alice in Wonderland production was held for 3 days, which included 2 evening shows and a matinee. Actors and crew members had to do their own costume, makeup, props, and paint the sets. The drama department's 2014 play was a success, thanks to Dr. Bowles. After the break, we'll take a look inside the Renaissance Rally and the Honor Roll ceremony. And later on, we meet Hanahan's 2014 Teacher of the Year. Welcome back, guys. On Friday, January 17th, Renaissance Rally returned. Over 600 students qualified and picked a movie to watch. Their choices were Despicable Me 2, Turbo, Wreck-It Ralph, and Monsters University. Locations included the gym, the mat, Coach Morbitzer's room, as well as Coach Anderson's room. The event was set up by Mrs. Roberts, Mrs. Cromer, Mrs. Dodd, and the Renaissance Club.
It's really, really important to recognize and honor the kids that do really well academically, that they're here all the time, and that they are avoiding discipline issues. And so we give them the Renaissance Rally to celebrate them.
Remember, if you want to get into the next rally, keep up those good grades. Speaking of good grades, let's take a look inside the Honor Roll ceremony.
As you go through school, this is a different kind of challenge.
I can't even breathe.
Mr. Kevin O'Gorman was the guest speaker for the ceremony last Friday. Afterwards, the students were rewarded with hamburgers and hot dogs from Cookout on the Senior Hill. Mark Murray, guidance, and the administration made the honor roll a Cookout success. Hanahan says goodbye, Mrs. Roberts, and hello to the new teacher of the year, Mrs. Wilkerson.
You got work to do.
Thanks.
If you don't finish in the top 8, you're a failure.
Now we need to get some pictures. Does anybody have any pictures? You need to take the flowers.
Mrs. Wilkerson stole the prize from runner-ups Miss Hanklowski and Miss Vanador last Friday when she was announced Teacher of the Year. All right, guys, that's it for our broadcast, but stay tuned to see what Mr. Simante filmed over the snow days. I'm Daniela DeRobio, and I'll see you guys next week.
Hello, everyone. Many of you have seen me running around campus with a camera on my shoulder documenting everything that is Hanahan High School. Well, just to let you know, I don't always shoot everything that pertains to Hanahan High School. Before I became a teacher, I worked as a photojournalist at ABC News 4. My experience in TV news occasionally has them calling me to help them cover local events. That call came again with the arrival of Ice Storm 2014. While many of you at home were enjoying the snow day, I was doing television in this crazy weather. A lot of people wonder what I do when I go out and work for Channel 4. Well, I decided to take a small camera and videotape myself working. Here is a behind-the-scenes look of my second job with ABC News 4. I'm heading out to Channel 4 to help them with the coverage of the ice storm and the snowstorm that's coming down here to Charleston. I'm over here, finally made it to Channel 4. I'm loading up all the gear that we're going to need for coverage. Got my assignment for tonight, and I'm going to be with Ava Wilhite.
Hi, kids.
We're going to be live at 6 and 7, and at 7 o'clock we'll be up for an hour. We're going to set up a live shot so people can see traffic coming down from the bridge, and if they have to close the bridge, they'll see it from right here. We're about to set up all the cables and lighting that we're going to need for this live shot here at 6 o'clock.
Well, Leah, if you can even call it traffic right now, because usually it looks like a parking lot at the base of the bridge, but we're seeing maybe 1 or 2 cars coming down that northbound lane. Now, about a half hour ago, we saw what looks to be those brine trucks come up the southbound lane. And again, you're seeing cars on that side of the road in the southbound lane heading into Charleston, crawling up that ramp where they usually speed.
We just went live a couple minutes ago. You can see the bridge in the background, and the bridge is right now in the camera. Just to show you how cold it is. My tripod's got some ice on it. If you look at it, it's a little crazy right there. Look, some ice right there. And this is my reporter. This is Ava Wilhite.
Hi.
And we just went live at 6, and we're about to go live again at 7. We're going to take an opportunity to be in the car warm as much as we can. Hopefully they don't close the bridges, because I do have to get back to Hanahan. And if they do close it, I'm stuck in Mount Pleasant. So in your shot, Ava, we got the diamonds on this side.
Okay.
Okay. And the lights of the bridge coming. So you're in between. Okay.
Right.
The bridge.
From WCIV, this is ABC News 4 in high definition.
The state of South Carolina is under a state of emergency, and tonight we have team coverage of the winter blast that is here in the Low Country. Good evening, everybody.
All right, ready to go live. Listening to the producer in the studio control. She's going to cue Ava and myself to let her know when she's coming up, and they're in weather right now, and they're going to toss to her. Stand by.
And that's where we find ABC News 4's Ava Wilhite with more on bridge and road conditions. And Ava, apparently people are kind of heeding the caution to stay off the roads tonight.
Well, that's right, Dean. We're actually seeing less and less people come down this northbound lane into Mount Pleasant. Again, like you said, they're just listening to those meteorologists, hearing their warnings. Now, of course, this is live footage that we're taking from the base of the bridge, and the amount of drivers on the road is continuing to clear out as
Ava is live on television, I'm on my cell phone and in direct communication with the station to make sure our live shot goes smoothly.
It's a little bit faster, but we're seeing people crawl almost to make it further down onto 17. Back to you.
Just to show you how cold it is out here, watch my gloves. I'm going to put my gloves here in the light. My gloves are steaming because it's so cold out here. Look at that. It's 9:45 when we get back to the station, and the nightside team meets to assess the weather situation.
That cold air from the north is just locked in place, and
Chief Meteorologist Dave Williams gives his forecast, while the other crews give an update on their stories.
There was a wreck on 526. We didn't think they were going to
There was three, well, two of them. 2 cars on one side and then 1 truck.
My reporter Ava Wilhite is in an edit bay writing her story, getting some advice from main anchor Dean Stevens.
So on your VO tag here, just say there are open beds. If you need a place to stay tonight or you know somewhere to stay, they will take you in.
Bed's still available.
Jasmine's editing my package or those shots for me for 11 o'clock, so I got to go do a live shot. So we're hustling to get out of here. It's 10:25. Woohoo! We cutting it. Thanks, Jasmine. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, about to hustle out the door. Ava's zipping up. Got the hand warmers. And it was a hustle to get out here because left around 10:30 and we just made it in time. So.
A rare sight in the low country tonight, freezing rain and even snow.
Our ABC News 4 team is anything but. In fact, they've been out all night long covering this winter blast. We will hear from them in just one moment.
So I'm at the intersection of Mathis Ferry and Johnny Dodds, and kind of right where I am at, I'm seeing a lot of rain just kind of still puddle onto the street, onto 17. Now, flickering police lights blocked the southbound entrance to the Ravenel Bridge. The Ravenel was the first of several low country bridges to be shut down by law enforcement because of travel conditions. Now, John Gaskins is a Mount Pleasant resident we talked to, and he says after he left work at the VA, a little after the bridge was closed, he made that decision to go ahead and cross it, and he made it over safely.
I went on down, I was able to get on 526, but the overpasses on 526 look like they're getting a little, glassy looking. So, and there's definitely some water on the surface, so you have to be careful.
Now, we did get a chance earlier to kind of...
After the 11 o'clock newscast went off the air, many of us working in Mount Pleasant could not go home because of the bridge closures. The station put us up in a hotel. Here at the Ben Sawyer Bridge, it is open, believe it or not. The next morning, I continued working, shooting video around Mount Pleasant. We got Mount Pleasant still closing this side down. I didn't see a lot of snow, but I did see a lot of ice. It made driving conditions very dangerous. The station finally let me go around noon, but with the bridges still closed, I had to take the scenic route back to Hanahan by going through Monk's Corner. By 3 in the afternoon, I was finally home. I hope you enjoyed the behind-the-scenes look of my second job at ABC News 4. Thanks for watching.